Okay, hi guys. Today we're going to be talking about Matic. And what is Matic, you might ask? Well, it is a combination between a robot and a vacuum cleaner. And I really wish I could get my hands on one of these and check it out and explore the app and all that and give you even more um, info about how accessible the app is, etc., etc. But it's a little bit out of my price range. It's about $1,000. Um, but I mean, maybe someday I'll have one. I'm sure the price will probably drop too, um, in time. But I just think it's cool to talk about some of this stuff that is already coming to fruition as far as combining AI and embodied like real world applications of this. And in my last video, I talked about Lemonade, which, believe it or not, is an insurance company that utilizes AI. So be sure to check that out if um, you haven't seen it already, because just in the last year, like a lot of this would not have been possible. So it's just really cool to see how the technology and the compute and all that and it are merging to make all these different applications. Um, and it's I was just thinking the other day, it's been like almost exactly a year. I don't know the day when I started my YouTube channel, but I know it was this month. And yeah, that's just pretty cool. And I'm almost, if I just get a few more views, etc., I will be eligible for to have a join button on my channel. And I will definitely let you know when that is the case, because then you can just join right from YouTube instead of like having to go to Patreon. Um, and it's just really easy and intuitive, and I'll probably put some lower. It won't be as cost as much as Patreon either. Of course, you can always donate what you want, but I'll probably also be changing my profile picture too. But I will let you know more about that. For those that can't see my profile picture, it's just me standing on my back deck holding my white cane. But once I get my Glide, which is another interesting application that is specifically for blind people, I've done several videos about Glide, including a demo of it when I actually went to Nashville and got to see one for myself. Um, but once I get that, I can't wait. Then I will put that as my profile picture. But for now, um, I have my cane in my picture because I want people to know that I'm blind. And I might even merge the two pictures together because a lot of people wouldn't even know what a glide is and what its purpose is or anything like that. Of course, I have blindness in my title, Gliding Through Blindness. So I'm sure after they watched a few videos, they would put it all together. But anyway, it's just cool to see how far I've come. I mean, a lot of channels do grow faster than mine, but I have a pretty niche audience, and I'm just doing this like it's not very formal or anything like that. I'm just doing it pretty much all myself. Like I edit my own videos and do everything myself. So yeah, so it is what it is. So yeah, take it or leave it. And I'm glad that a lot of you seem to get value from it. And it's like I said recently, the what's coming up is going to be way way cool. So be sure to stay tuned for that and subscribe. That's different from joining. Subscribing is just basically so you get notified when I post a video, and also uh, what you call it. Liking the video is helpful as well. They all have a like button that you can press, and that just helps YouTube to know what to show you more of, and it also helps it to, or it tells people, well, if a lot of people are watching this or whatever, we will show it to others. And so yeah, and then joining is just a way basically to support me, but I'll probably do start doing member content too, like bonus videos and such. So I've been thinking about all that, and so yeah, I'd like, I'm really trying putting out some extra videos, because just hoping to grow my audience as much as possible before I start talking about the things I'm really passionate about. But this Matic vacuum is really cool, and I'm sure a lot of you remember when Roomba was all the rage. And it like my brothers both have one and use them a lot, and found them really useful. But my son got one, and it tended to get stuck in our house. I don't know if it was just, but I've heard this a lot from other people since then too, like that it would get stuck in between chair legs or whatever. And So I didn't really find it to be all that great, but I really liked the concept. And then when I heard about this Matic vacuum, I'm thinking, oh, this is the what we really need. And so, like I said, I've never seen it, but I'm just going to tell you what I've learned about it. And it stands upright, but it's short. Like it's not the size of a person. I don't know exactly how tall it is, but I just know that it's not flat like a Roomba or whatever. And So yeah, that would be something I would definitely, and I might just go ahead and have get one sometime. But right now, I just can't quite really justify it. But um, I don't really own all that much AI or tech, I should say. Surprisingly, which some of you might, since I talk about it a lot on my channel, but you probably have figured out by now that tech isn't really the sole focus of my channel. I have a lot of different interests, so it's just whatever I'm interested in, which is why I have so many different playlists, because they all are about a different passion of mine. And so I mean, really, the only tech I have is my computer and my smartphone, which is Android, which I'm a late adopter to smartphone stuff as well. I've probably had it. It's probably been about 10 years now, but still, it was late. I came to it late in the game, and uh, I use NVDA instead of JAWS because I think it's pretty much just as good and it costs nothing. And so I just yeah, I don't like to be wasteful. I mean, I just really don't understand people that think they need the latest and greatest iPhone as soon as it comes out. And then a lot of times there's all these glitches with it because if it hasn't been tested and updated enough, or like watched in beta long enough or whatever, there might be, especially for like blind people, there might be things that don't quite work right on it. And lately you've just been getting less and less value for the same cost or higher cost. It seems like they're always going up in price, but the newer ones really don't have that many more useful features than the other ones that I can tell anyway. Or I mean, of course, I don't have one, so I'm just going by what I hear or whatever. But even my phone is like several years old, and I updated it last year just so that I could I got a new one, I should say, so I could use it with my glasses. But even the one before that, which technically I can't remember what it is now, but it's not even supposed to be used for the glasses. But I discovered that it does work. It just you can't play the videos back, so you have to like download them to whatever and then play them. But um, yeah, you just can't do it right from the app. That's really the only thing I've found that on my $200 phone. Works with my glasses just fine. Um, so anyway, I'm getting off course here. So let me get off that rabbit trail and get back to the Matic. Most of you, thankfully, I'm sure, are used to my ramblings by now, so you can always listen to me on fast speed. That's what I do with every video, pretty much, that I watch on YouTube. But yeah, oh yeah, I was just talking about the tech I have. I just, yeah, besides my phone and computer, all I have is my smart glasses and my braille display, really, and then I'll have my Glide in a few months. But other than that, yeah, I don't really need much in the way of special gadgets and devices, and even like apps on my phone. I don't have many of those that I use regularly. Um, like blind apps or anything like that. I use the Bard apps, which I talked to you about, and yeah, that's about it, really. So um, that's why whenever I do talk about something, you can be sure that I think it's really extraordinary or and special, because I don't just talk about anything that comes along unless I really think it would be very valuable for a lot of you. And so, what else was I gonna say about the? Hey, I haven't really said anything about it yet. Sorry about that. So, but I'm sure they will have a lot of blind customers because vacuuming can be tricky, of course, for us because we can't see where the dirt is and can't see when it gets all vacuumed up. But even for all you sighted people out there, too, which there's probably a few more blind people on my channel than sighted viewers, but I think it's a pretty even mix. And so, anybody who gets one, though, I'd love to hear what you think about it. And the engineers seem very responsive to people, and want you to be satisfied. So I'm sure you could tell them if there any wasn't something that worked the best, but it's just very pretty new. So they're doing updates and improvements all the time. And so it's controlled with an app. The machine itself only has, like, I think, one button on it. So most of the things you would do like via your phone, and soon you'll be able to talk to it and it will talk back to you, and you can just tell it like which room you might want it to clean that day, or just schedule it or do whatever, or you can even point, like you can say, hey Matic, to get its attention, like that's the wake word or whatever, and then it actually like turns and looks at you, and then you can point and gesture to where you might want it to go, which is pretty neat. um, and people say they can't believe how much dirt it picks up, even when they've already previously vacuumed, like with their old vacuum cleaner. So this does a good job of uh, getting a lot of dirt and whatever is on the floor, and finding messes is going to be coming up really soon, where it specifically can I think it's actually already there. um, Dr. Know-It-All is one person who has done a review of this. So if you want to look that up on YouTube, I thought about showing you some of that review, but there's a lot of visual things to it, and I'll probably do that some other time. But right now, I just thought I would tell you about it. And you don't, of course, need to be present. You can schedule it, like what time to do which rooms or whatever. So you can be off at work or somewhere else in the house or whatever, and it can just be quietly doing its thing, and it's not very noisy at all either, I'm told. And it also mops the floor, so like it has a water tank thingy on it, and yeah, so it does carpet or hardwood floors or whatever, and does the type of cleaning that is necessary or appropriate. Um, And so the first time when you set it up, it maps your entire house. Like it just goes all over the house. So it's good if you have good lighting while it does that, because it has cameras in it and AI, as I said before. So it just goes all over your house so that it has a picture, and will always be able to know if you just set it down somewhere, it will be able to figure out where it is in the house and any special like settings you had for, or just, I mean, it just automatically knows, like it doesn't stumble over carpet or rug or anything like that. It just knows where to what to do and how to like adjust for that, all that kind of stuff. And so it has like neural networks, just like a the um, self-driving cars that we're hearing more and more about. Tesla specifically, not many others have these neural networks, but yeah. So um, then it knows what to avoid, like cords or cables that you might have across the floor, or just sections of the room that you might not want it to go to. Like if you have a um, just whatever there that you don't, it just doesn't need to vacuum in certain places more often or as often as the rest of the house, it will just avoid that. Or maybe like a dog bowl, you won't have to worry about like it knocking that over. And um, it learns from its mistakes, so it won't repeat the same, like get stuck in the same thing. I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, I'm sure it is still learning and stuff. So you just have to be patient with it, like we do with our computers or anything else. But there again, just like with the glasses that I love so much, even though they are glitchy sometimes, they give a lot of value. And it sounds like this is already well on its way. And they have even more things planned for it to do in future. So, like I said, it doesn't run into things, and um, yeah, it's safe around pets or whatever, of course. And the website is where you can check it out for yourself. It's just matic.com. So I encourage you to do that. And I hope you found this interesting. And there are so many things I want to talk about in upcoming videos. I have so many notes written. It's just a matter of deciding which is most important to do when. And of course, I don't want to overwhelm you either, so just trying to strike that balance with not too many videos, but enough to keep you engaged, etc., etc. But thanks for all the feedback and comments, etc. Really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.